There are three main types of jazz chords. There's a ton of jazz chords, obviously, because anytime we just start tacking on more stuff to the end of the jazz chord, the possibilities expand a lot. To kind of make this more clear, I've illustrated each note and how it relates to each chord right here. If you're thinking from like here's the root, here's the next thing, here's, like reading the chord from left to right and then building it from left to right on the keyboard. So for the major 7, we start with C. So that's where we get the C in C major 7. And it is major, so we get this nice major 3rd. This might be a hot take. I don't care about the 5th note of any chords unless it's a flat or something. And then this B right here is on the white keys. It's not flat or anything, so we have each note, and each note contributes to the name of it other than the 5th. The dominant 7, it's major. We get a flat and flat 7. And then similarly, minor 7, it's minor. That's the first important thing you need to know. The 5th sort of doesn't matter. And we have this flat 7. So that's the 3 basic types of chords. Now, it can actually be more confusing to build up the chords one note at a time and always be thinking about this stuff like that. What can be better is to think about this in terms of jazz chords in any given key. I can take my little C triad and just kind of go stamp, 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 stamp. And because of the key being C and the notes being in the order that they are, I just get all those chords, and I don't, it's like the Rugrats theme. Or I don't know what it is, but you get it, right? Kids do this all the time. It's fun. Okay, so that's our C major scale, but just chordified. Does that kind of make sense? And then if we take the 7 and we're in the key of C, it's the same thing. It's just we're adding an extra note. So if it's a song that's all on the white keys, the 7s are actually not hard to think about at all. It's literally just this little stamp shape, okay? The tricky part is when you change keys, then you got to deal with sharps and flats and all that stuff. And that's kind of where it can get difficult. But fortunately, there is, you can transcend sharps and flats in music as long as you just think about things in terms of numbers. And if you know how to sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And here's what I mean. So the same way that we stamp out these C chords, C major, D minor, E minor 7, F major 7, G dominant 7, A minor 7, B minor 7 flat 5, don't worry about that chord, and then C major 7. Because we're playing white keys and we're following the formula, we know every single jazz chord in the key of C now. The trick is like G major. Now we have this F sharp to worry about, but the stamping thing is still the same. I just have to worry about my F sharp. The other thing about this little stamping method, you'll notice that even though I'm still just going stamp, 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 if we look at the sheet, like the first chord's major 7, the second chord is a minor 7, and I didn't have to do any extra work to turn it into a minor 7. It's just a minor 7 because that's the way that it is. Same with the E minor. It's also an E minor 7. I don't have to worry about sharps or flats or any of that extra stuff. It just, like we're talking about, where you get it for free. A F major 7, you get it for free. And then that G7, it's dominant already. You don't have to make any flats or anything to it. It's just dominant because the 5 chord is always dominant and yearns so greatly to go to the 1 chord. What I would do is play a C major 7, get a sense for it, play a C7, get a sense for it, play a C minor 7, get a sense for it, and then explore. So let's take a look at F. All right, that's already an F major 7, nice. Dominant 7, it looks very similar to the C7. I'm a little suspicious. F minor 7 also looks like a C minor 7. So that one, you're like, oh, okay, cool. G, same thing. Now we have to worry about our little F sharp. We make it flat. Now it's a dominant 7. It's all crunchy. We can hear the crunchiness of it. And then G minor 7. Then, if you get bored of that, take your F major 7 and explore this. What happens if I move every single note up 1? So this is my F sharp major 7, and I don't need to know anything about this chord other than I just took my F major 7 and went yoink. You see kind of how, if you're curious and you have even just a little bit of a foundation on the piano, you can start to get all of this stuff. There's my F sharp major 7. I have my F sharp dominant 7. And I have my F sharp minor 7. So that's a really complex chord, but since we already know our F major 7 from just, and then we just are curious, what's this like on the black keys? Oh, I understand all of music theory now. Yippee. So that's something that I would really encourage y'all to explore in just sort of getting a sense for how the jazz chords work and the names of the jazz chords. I can explain this stuff to you. I could talk about this all day long, but really you'll find it whenever you're actually doing it for yourselves. So I hope that helps.